what is the importance of new voices and new directors in a more like to make more of a global audience for movies right now? Because like the United States alone is not sustainable. We're looking at that, and we're looking at movies that are not performing as well in box offices in the United States. So you need to bring in new voices. You need to bring in something like a Troll. You know what I mean? Like bringing in new voices and international voices. How does that change horror right now and the industry of horror movies right now, which is very important because they're making the numbers. They're tackling the box office numbers right now, doing these types of decisions. So what is the importance of international voices or like global voices in horror right now?
Well, I feel like the good thing about international voices in horror is that we all talk about the monsters, the legends, the myths, the sensibilities we have in our own countries. I mean, coming from Mexico specifically, in Mexico we have a deep culture of horror. You know, we have myths like La Llorona or like La Pascualita or like El Chupacabras. Mexican society really loves horror. We have the Day of the Dead, which is the day we give call to the deceased. Everything that happens to us, we explain it through a story, through a myth, through a legend. And that's why horror is very successful in the box office in Mexico, both Mexican horror and international horror. I feel like US studios and companies are more and more looking at those directors and see who could bring a great horror movie over there, because it's always, if you bring an international director to make a movie, it's going to bring a different voice, a different touch, a different sensibility.